not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers will post on ZipRecruiter for a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. You never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Thank you. 1010 Wins, your #1 choice for news in New York.
News watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 40 degrees, cloudy in the city at 12:40. I'm Kevin Rincon. Here is what's happening. The tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China are supposed to kick in tomorrow. Mexico able to negotiate a 12-month delay. Canada tried to do the same. If you had the option between local and anyone else, well, New Yorkers apparently overwhelmingly telling Siena College they would opt for someone else. An 11-year-old girl inappropriately touched in East Harlem last Saturday comes. They need help finding the suspect. Today, Jenny Hermoso testifying in court against her former boss, the former president of Spain's Football Federation, after he gave her an unwanted
both ways now, anywhere between the Clearview and the Van. Exactly what the problem is. I don't see a parametric construction, but I do see the delays. So if you're heading in that direction, you're not driving a commercial. Just in case. And the Van Wyck is also slowing northbound. Anywhere from the Bell heading up towards Atlantic Avenue, and again from the LIE towards the Expressway. And in those cases, you're not driving a commercial vehicle. Cross Island Parkway, you're looking perfect from the Belt right to Grand Central and the LIE gets towards all points north. You also look at the Bronx from the southbound middle of the thruway as you head to the Hutch after the Rochelle, exit 15. The Hutch itself is a good way to get around that. Here's what you need to know about the bridges at the GWD looks good both directions, but the westbound cross Bronx slow from the Parkway to the bridge, inbound no delays. Looking at the Hutch doing well in both directions, expect activity to try to merge into those two. And here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three, traffic on the LIE, North State, and the Southern State Parkway. I'm Ian Stalker, next report at 12:51. 1010 Wins. I'm 93.
Wins news time 12:42. Trump tariffs 25% for Mexico, Canada 10% for China. They are supposed to kick in tomorrow. At least that has been what we were told. Leaders on both.
The U.S.-Canada border. Karen Travers, News, the White House.
Now, Trump did give Mexico a 1-month delay from those tariffs after the Mexican president promised to bolster the border with 10,000 Mexican soldiers. And a few hours ago, we'll be holding that other phone call. Expected at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll keep you posted on what comes out of it. USAID, the U.S. Agency for International Development. It's one of the largest aid agencies in the world. It's more than half of all U.S. foreign assistance. It's an agency that'll soon be closed.
To be clear, in shutting down, which we're in the process of doing, shutting down USAID.
Making the announcement on X, USAID used funds that have been approved by Congress, but he was given access to the Treasury by President Trump. His new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, also got access to intelligence reports that lack security clearance for. So far, hundreds of USAID employees have been laid off. The agency has over 10,000 employees. RFK Jr. will have a committee confirmation vote tomorrow, part of the process on the incoming Health and Human Services Secretary. Ahead of that vote today, Senate Democrats put out from medication labels when they're abortion pills or for women out of state.
Trying to have a low level of protection for these doctors who are out there on the front line, so that they know is right, what they were trained to do. We must be there to support them. We must be their allies.
Many women travel to New York from states with strict abortion laws. The law comes as a New York doctor last week was indicted in Louisiana for prescribing an abortion pill online to a woman in that state. Louisiana has one of the strictest near total abortion bans anywhere in the country. New Yorkers are in love with Governor Kathy Hochul, to say the least. In fact, Siena College has a new poll out that finds they'd largely prefer someone else.
Voters, if the election for governor were tomorrow, would you want to see Kathy Hochul really, or would you prefer someone else? And someone else gets 57% of the vote compared to only 31% who say they're prepared to re-elect Governor Hochul.
Stephen Greenberg at Siena tells us that favorability is still low. The job approval rating is under 50%. The poll also looked at President Trump's numbers. Here in New York, 83% of Republicans girl was not seriously injured. Some real Hollywood drama playing out in a courtroom here in the city. A judge holding a hearing on a lawsuit filed by actress Blake Lively against her former It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni.
Lively and her husband, fellow actor Ryan Reynolds, are pushing to get Baldoni's $400 million defamation countersuit thrown out after Lively accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and inappropriate conduct, along with improvising intimate scenes without consent. Allegations Baldoni has repeatedly denied. Lively's team also set to ask a New York judge for a gag order, accusing Baldoni's lawyer of an aggressive campaign to influence the case by releasing a number of materials to the public.
Morgan Norwood reporting. In France, the first big Me Too trial ended in a guilty verdict for a film director accused of sexual assault of a French actress when she was between the ages of 12 and 15. That alleged assault happened in the early 2000s. Adele Haenel is now 51. She's the first actress in France to accuse the film industry of turning a blind eye to abuse after the Me Too movement. Today, filmmaker Christophe Rougier was sentenced to 2 years house arrest with an electronic bracelet plus a 2-year suspended sentence. Rougier had denied any wrongdoing. The Hall was applauded by some women rights activists as she left the courtroom. In Madrid, underway today.
Wider discussion about sexism in sports. Vanessa Lopera, ABC News, at the foreign desk.
News time 12:49. The Greek island of Santorini has been rocked by dozens of earthquakes. It has now been 4 days in a row we've experienced quakes. Schools, they're closed. Extra flights scheduled to help us get off the island. Some of the earthquakes have a magnitude above 4. They're not all tiny. But today, there were reports of earthquakes every few minutes. Not enough folks were told to stay out of indoor spaces and away from their small ports. Disaster response units were deployed on the ground as a precaution. Experts expect the seismic activity to continue for weeks. Climate change is causing big changes in real estate that are becoming harder to afford because of insurance rates. They're getting abandoned altogether, those spots are.
The U.S. real estate market will lose more than $1 trillion in value as Americans move away from areas more at risk of natural disasters and extreme weather events. That's according to a new report from a climate analytics firm called First Street. At the same time, the company says many Americans will likely continue to move to areas that face the most weather problems, especially coastal areas.
Jim Priscilla reporting so-called climate abandonment areas or where climate risks and insurance premiums are high enough that the population is declining, including areas of California prone to wildfires and areas prone to Grammys of his own from 54 nominations. Wish the reporter good luck. The reporter tried to apologize. The AP issued its own apology, saying, "We're deeply sorry for cutting our interview short." Saying he apologized to Babyface through his reps and to their viewers on the YouTube live stream on the carpet. When it 12:51. Transit on the line with good start.
We are still seeing problems in Queens on the LIE in both directions. Traffic slow from the Van Wyck to the Clearview both ways. Can't exactly see what the problem is. Traffic is definitely up, so I would consider using the Grand Central Parkway if you're not driving a truck because it looks great in Queens. Also, if you're heading eastbound because you're slow by 3 northbound from the belt up towards the town, exit 5, and northbound from the LE towards the Whiteside Expressway. The Cross Island northbound looks fantastic. Non-commercial vehicles can enjoy the Cross Island Parkway. Unfortunately, truck drivers are still stuck with that Van Wyck. Also want to look out for delays in the Bronx and the Thruway. And then to the Hutch, you have to pass the exit 15 for New Rochelle. If you take the Hutch, you could use that again.